Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. This is going to be a weekly update for us to align ourselves. This is DXY 1 hour time frame. Remember, I've been telling us that these are signals of ending structure, and I did say that this aids the immediate wave 4 that we have to break at about 150 100 on DXY, and that this is a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3 of the ending structure, a wave 4, and a wave 5. So we were thinking that probably this is going to, like, I think I said that it might just cap the top, and that was what we had, and now we are seeing momentum towards the downside. This is the power of, wave analysis and the structure. Now, we are seeing a new structure building up in front of us to the downside, and this is not going to continue to go on like this. At some point, we need to correct the old movement again for a further downside on DXY. Now, some of us had opportunity of joining right from the top here. All you can do is to allow your trade to continue to unfold. We are looking to add in more positions once we have a pullback. Now, like I always say, when you are in a trend, you can't decide for price that this is the point that price is going to go back upwards, and all you want to do, you want to exit your trade. So once you do that selling, you exit prematurely, and you'll be telling yourself, oh, when the price is now doing a further move to the downside, you now begin to knock yourself in the head that you're not in this trade. Let the price print what it wants to print. All you can enjoy now is that you are moving along the trend. And so you are now looking for opportunities for a bigger correction. If you can take that bigger correction, fine. And a bigger correction would always give you an opportunity to add more position in the line of your trade. Counter trading, it's what, once you're able to now get the structure that is developing in front of you, you may want to take a bigger counter trade. I will tell you what I'm trying to say. Like for here now, when we add this first move to the downside, because when the first we're going to change the trend, though we have seen the sign, they could do something and just take this and break up and begin to go up again. So you have to be careful. Even this was deception here. This candle here was deception here for anyone. At the end of the day, this happens to be a wave 1 and a wave 2. And they took it to the downside. So we are seeing wave 3, forming. When we add this move to the downside and we add this move also, we thought this could be a wave 4. Indeed, it was wave 4 really, but it wasn't a wave 4 of the old move for us to finish a cycle here or a mini cycle to correct ABC. We are looking for a correction of ABC. And if we're able to get in from that correction of ABC, we're able to probably go up deeper and pick a buy here. And at the peak, also pick a sell. That will be your second position. Now, this is a 4, but a 4 in relation to the internal structure of the wave 3 that is building. So the wave 3 in itself has not finished. And how do I know? Because I was thinking probably we're going to get a deeper pullback here, come to this area for us to fall. But they did this and they did a 4. A 4 in relation to these as a 1 of a 3, because this is the first primary 1 and a 2. Then we had a first thrust ABC of wave 3, which is 2 of it, 2 of wave 3. Then we add 3 of 3 and the 4 of 3, and this is just the 5 of 3 that is about ending. So I would expect that after the end of this wave 3, 5 of wave 3, we're going to have a wave 4 major, a wave 5, and begin to go up again. So when that will be, we have to wait. But one thing I've told us is that how do we know that wave 3 is ended? When we put a trend resistance here, and once we have a breakout of that, then we are telling ourselves, breaking out of that will mean that are we done with wave 4? After the wave 3, are we done with wave 4? Are we breaking up to do a deeper pullback of a 2 in respect to this movement, so without breaking this top again? Another clue is this: if you take a 161.8, a 161.8 extension to the downside actually goes beyond this point. So, and that has put this beyond a correction perspective, because a 161.8 cap will mean it's a correction, but now it's broken it. Let me bring out a drawing for you to see. I don't want to waste time. I'm just trying to build up something here. So at the end of the day, we add this as a wave 1, a wave 2, and this is part of wave 3. Probably this is like a 3-3, a 3-4. Now we are seeing these as probably we have finished a wave 3, 5 of 3. Now this may be wave 4 in the making. And after wave 4, we want to see how corrective we can be here for one more push to the downside before we now begin to see the correction. So these are areas we can come to. These had gone beyond 161.0. Let's see. I'm trying to let you see for wave 3 itself now, from the origin. Okay, sorry. From wave the origin from wave 1. This is the origin of wave 1 in the blue, deep blue here, to 1 here, and back to 2 here. So 161.8 is here. So price are just broken 161.8 to clearly put this as wave 3. Before, it wasn't 161.8 here, signifying that we are getting to the end of wave 3, a 4 of 3, and a 5. So we may have finished with 3-5 here, but let's see the corrective format that we are seeing here, that we know if it will fall. So we are almost getting there, but we can't. This has to break out of here first. And so once we break out of here, that tells us that that's a 4 major. Then we might see one last push to the downside. Then at that point, once we see a 1 hour candle buy setup, we can buy that correction to the upside. So we are almost getting ready for that correction, but it may pull more down. So with that said, the same thing US dollar index is going to give us. The same thing US dollar index is going to give us. So we know that clearly we are broken with 4 here. We're out of this wedge, and begin to tell us, how do we know that this is going to happen? So that's the power of wave. It's beyond your resistance and support and trend resistance and trend support. We are looking at wave, we are looking at that structure, we are looking at what exactly is giving us. And when people are thinking that on the larger time frame, let me quickly switch there. On the larger time frame, what they are saying, oh, they are going to go up, they're going to take this, they are going to take this up, they're going to break this, and they switch and switch and switch and say, oh, this is what. Let me turn to the weekly. Let me take this mess out and turn to the weekly. Oh, they say that, oh, yeah, what is happening is that, okay, it's bullish, and what they want to do is they want to continue to go bullish because this is bullish. No, we have to see wave. in its what is developing here. And because this is not correct, we know that we are coming to the downside, that we are not going to break these. This is on the weekly. So you can see the candle formation now. So we know all these things because we are equipped to know. And that is what I'm trying to teach on this channel, for us to know when something is going to tick. And that is what is happening now. So here the same thing. And once we begin to break out of this spike here, then we know that we are deeply correcting a 2 in the blue. We're about finishing a 1 in the blue. So we're going to run 5 waves of a 1 in the blue to the downside. 1, 2, a 3. Probably we'll see once. We might be correcting 4 now, but let's see the way we're going to probably do here. Break out. We need to break out of here, out of this trend resistance, to know that properly we are properly doing a 4th wave, then to go down one more time and push up. Now let's go to euro dollar. Euro dollar didn't give the ending structure that we saw in both in DXY and US dollar index. In this case of a euro dollar, what we saw here, it's kind of funny. After the wave 4 here, we saw 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, because we may actually be pushing up from here as a wave 1 and a 2. But anyhow we want to look at it, I will still want to regard this as, an ending structure in itself, in its making, and we may just regard this as a 1 in the primary and a 2 in the primary, and this is a wave 3-1, a wave 3-2, and this is building as a wave 3, a wave 3-3. We may have done with 3 here, 4 here, probably finishing with 3 here. And when we look at the structure of both the US dollar index as well as the DXY, we may want to agree now that we are about doing a 4th major. So if I bring out my drawing here, we may see this probably as a 1 and a 2 here, a 3-1, a 3-2, probably we're finishing with 3 here. We want to see how we negotiate around this area and finish a wave 4. And once we begin to break down from here, that means we are correcting deeply, and we can now begin to look for a three-wave correction for us to go further up. Now, there is one thing I want to show us here on euro dollar. The same thing on DXY also. If I switch to the 4-hour time frame, we want to break out of a triangle. We want to break out of a triangle. This triangle. This triangle. Now, this is the triangle we want to break out from. The triangle from here that connects this, we are almost getting to the triangle. And this, the triangle from this low to this low, so it's getting narrow. We may be seeing reaction to completion of this particular wave. Is building as a 5 waves. So once you begin to see 5 waves, it's a warning that this is an impulse building up, and we are going to see a correction to the downside without taking this bottom and go up again. So you have not lost anything. This is just the first impulse. We're going to have a correction. So if I bring out, it's going to be messy because this is huge. We are going to pay attention to these. Yeah, these here. This is the first part of the triangle here. This first line, we want to see how we break these. But this is the blue part of it, which ultimately, once we break out, we are going up. Let me try to zoom. So What I'm trying to say is that going back to 1 hour time frame, so we may be seeing some reaction here around this area. We may break out of it. Then without breaking this top here, we may be seeing reactions to finishing this wave to the upside. Of course, this is the trend support we need to break. And we continue to take it from here if we are correct about this numbering, that this is indeed 4 as finished here. Probably we are about, I'm just putting this one tentatively there. It doesn't mean that we have done a 4. We need to break out of here before you can say, oh, yes, this is the 4th wave, and go up around this area to finish up, the 5th wave before we come to the downside. So we still need to see that the price action, which we are yet to see. So we can't rush it. We have to look for that for 1 hour time, 1 hour price action. Of course, again, it's going to give us probably an ending structure also in itself, to tell us that is burning out. So we are yet to see that. I'm talking too much now. Now, if we go to Nzdusd Xauusd. So Nzdusd Xauusd look like we are doing a 1 and a 2. That's A, B, C, a 2 here. Probably doing like a 3-1 and a 3-2 here, because this is big in itself, because the correction from this base, if we have finished a move here and we had another trust here, the correction in this zone, it's also like 50%. So it's like a 1-2 and a 1-2, but we need to go up and probably finish like finished a 161.8 extension before we say we are done here and we are ready to come to the downside. Of course, we will also need to break this trend support. We'll need to break this trend support also, but gradually I think we are getting there. We need to break this trend support also. So for me, this might just be a 1-2, a 1-2 here. But a 161.8 is around this area. We may still climb about 45 pips. And you can see the clearance from this trend support. This is highly impulsive here, and this also is going like that. So we need to begin to lose momentum to know that wave 4 and wave 5, that's where we lose momentum to break this trend support. So for now, do nothing, just stay with your trade. Let's see how far it's going to go. Once we see a 1 hour price action, we are probably ready to come to the downside. So let's go to gold. Gold also, it's highly bullish now, and this may be forming a nest. And we are taught that we may be seeing a 161.8, a 4, a 5 without breaking a particular level. Then we come down. So, but what did we have? The NFP didn't strengthen the dollar. We had a spike, and all of that price went with this high velocity to the upside. This is bullish and it's a killing. So if you are taught that you are the one managing the trade, managing the market, and you want to exit your buy and you want to sell, you've lost here. So always know that once we are turning and we are in a trend, don't lose your position when you are within a trend. All you can do is to look for pullbacks and add positions. If pullbacks are tradable or big corrections are tradable, do it. What we want to always do is to look for a big pullback of wave 2 of every structure that is forming. And at that pullback of wave 2, you can have something decent to trade again to the upside, or you can even counter trade it if you're able to pick it. So for now, do nothing. This will still come back to this area, between this level. If it goes up more to this level, we'll still have opportunity of coming around this area to pick another buy. So let it continue to run for now until it burns itself out. So we know that we are bullish. You can see what has happened here. It has broken this structure. It has broken this structure again. So what are you waiting for? This is a bullish move. And we are not selling anymore. We are done correcting. We are going up. All we can do is to wait for this to finish itself, come back down to pick an order. It will be doing that very soon. Again, as we are waiting to see Euro USD break out of a particular triangle, we are seeing what gold has done to break out of its own triangle and to tell you that that is the end there. So we can see this triangle, a breakout, a complete breakout. You can see we knew this was going to happen, and eventually it broke out. To pick order here is going up. So we can see the triangle here. So everything that we said here, ticked that we're not going to break this bottom. It came down without breaking it, and we began to go up. We picked our buy around this area. Most of us picked our buy around this area now. Just continue to look at your trade and watch your trade. I don't see it coming now. We are going to break and take this top. Even if anything is going to come here, we are going to break this top and go further up. So we are in it. We wait for this to finish itself, probably break the trend support and come to the downside. Now the JXY, well, that will turn to the 4-hour time frame to see what is happening around this area. On the JXY, we are also getting ready to change or have a bigger correction on USD JPY. So JXY, on the JXY, so we are seeing this push to the upside now on the JXY. This may be beginning of the wave 4 that we've been waiting for, the wave 4 of the last, okay? The wave 4 of the last, we said that this is the 4th wave. We had a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Let me bring out those drawing again. Yeah. If I may just zoom out for you to see this again. It's a big wave. It's a big wave. If you watch some of those structures I did in the video, so this is the ending structure in this area. We've had this wave 3 here and this wave 4 here. So, but in the ending structure, we've done with 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and we are seeing the last 5 waves. So the last 5 also, we are going to divide into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's what we are doing now. We are dividing this last one. That's what we are doing right now. So in this last one, we are seeing a 1 and a 2 here and a 3 around this area. So after this 3, we had this 4. Now, after this 4, we are going to have the last 5. This last 5, we're going to divide also like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like we did 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Then the last 5 is what we are dividing now. So that last 5, we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4. And this last 5, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the way we complete cycle, and it's interesting, right? It really very, very interesting. Very, very interesting the way we go about it. So we are done 3 here, 4 here. So we are doing the 5 now. We're going to now do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that, we're going to push up. So we've done like the first move A, B, C of 2 here. So this is like a 1, this is like a 2, and this is like a 3. We want to push 4 around this area, around within the zone of wave 1, a 50, 40 to 38 to 50. That's where we are going to break this. I expect it to break this trend resistance here, break it, then we'll now do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the last time and push up. That is what we are expecting now. So we're almost there. So if we turn to so this is the 4. So we're going to push up, probably break this. This is 1, and this is around 38. Probably come to about 50 around this area, then do another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside and break up. So this is the first indication that we are losing momentum and they're going to shock most people. US dollar JPY, USD JPY. So we are seeing that also a turn. Yeah, we are seeing a turn. This may just finish the wave 3 here in the blue here. So you may be seeing like the fourth wave developing into probably like a flat. I don't know what it's going to give, but this should be the limit of where we are coming to. In between this area, it might not even get there, but once we begin to turn up again and break straight to the upside again, that means we are going up to finish up. And after that, we are going to now see a big move, a big fall to the downside. So that is when it will be ready here. So we are almost there. I think with that, I've come to the end. Let's look for that big correction. And for those on my up, I'll be giving you a hint when it's ready for us to see that big correction. Then take the correction if you can trade it, because it's going to be a bit big. Trade it, then look for another push in the line of our trade. Bye.